Country Road Crafts. I come on just so I can get on here and figure out if my sound is working or not. And get everything set up. We're going to do some crafts with a Magnolia Design Company. And hopefully you all can hear me. Because last time we couldn't. And I didn't want to. I'm going to grab my timer. Because I'm going to forget. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool beans. Thank you.
You're live.
Yeah. I'm waiting for some folks. I'm noisy.
I hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Hello, it's Holly Miller with Country Road Crafts, and I am going to do some stencils, Christmas projects. I'm going to actually finish up one and show you guys what I'm going to do with the fabric one here that I got. I got this last year, meant to do it last year. I'm a little behind. It's life. But I'm going to actually do the fabric one. After you do it, you have to wait 24 hours before you can heat set it for it to be permanent. But let's see if I can. Oh, I don't know how to do all this. Okay, cool. And I think I have comments on, so I'm hoping if you guys are commenting, hopefully you can hear me. My name is Holly Miller with Country Road Crafts, and today I'm going to do a bag for Santa for a special delivery. And I'm going to use ink with Magnolia Design. And I am going to, after 24 hours after it dries, I'm going to heat set it. So let me see if I can get just the one thing to show so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. If you have questions, just type them in. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully I'm on my site. I'm trying to see. Nobody's on yet, but okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I only have so much time. So I'm actually going to take out some of this and I'm going to tamp it on with a brush today because I don't want to make a mess on the fabric. And if you have questions for me, please, please, please put it up in the comments and I'll try to grab it. Hopefully you can hear me. Not seeing any comments. Holly Miller with Country Road Crafts. Going to do a fabric bag. So you guys, I don't have grandkids yet, but hey, Jennifer, thank you. Can you hear me okay? I don't have grandkids yet, but I got this bag for some special friends. But if I did, it's a really, really big bag I got off Amazon. It's just cotton. And I'm just going to put a stencil on the front that says special delivery. The stencil is called North Pole Delivery. Hello. Thank you, guys. Welcome. Glad you guys can join me. Just going to do this fabric design today. Like I said, I got the bags from Amazon last year, and I just didn't kind of put them away. You know how you put things away? And I forget where I put them. Well, as I cleaned up this year, I'm like, oh, dang. There's that project. So I'm going to go ahead and do the project. It's actually going to take 24 hours. So I'm just going to do the first part of it today. And then I'll show the finished product after it dries and sets up. After 24 hours, I will be going back in and taking that iron, putting a parchment paper over top of it, heat setting it. I did put in the middle between, so it's a bag. So in the middle, I did put a piece of cardboard so it wouldn't bleed through. I have did canvas bags before, the little purse wristlets they call. It turned out nice. This is gold. So, and I'm going to tamp it on because I don't want to make a mess out of it. I just want it to be a light little design on it. And if I did have grandkids, one of these days, the bag will be full of toys for them. So, if you guys ever did the fabric designs before, using a brush because I get a little carried away. What kind of brush am I using? It's just one of those stencil brushes that I got from, I think I got it from Hobby Lobby or maybe Michael's, one of those little brushes. I tend myself, I put too much paste or ink on my stuff and it kind of bleeds a little bit. So I was trying to avoid that. So sometimes when I know I'm going to get carried away, I just grab a little brush and tamp it on. Just tap. You know how you tamp it on. I'm going to set my timer so my brain don't lose track of time here. It will. It's fine. I don't want to cut into somebody's stuff. And if you guys, I'm using StreamYard, so I don't know if you guys can. I'm seeing you guys' stuff. Thank you for sprinkling. Appreciate it. So I'm doing a fabric stencil on this bag, this Santa bag. And after it sets up for 24 hours, I'll come back and I will heat set it with an iron. Yes. I forgot about that. I did post it in the thing. They are giving away a $25 gift card with Magnolia Design on my site in the comments or in the description there. If you grab that, you guys can enter $25 gift card from Magnolia Design. And the person coming after me, I wrote it down. It's in the description. Is it? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My brain is dead. I did put it in the description, though, so I would remember, but I can't see the description at this point. But after me, there's more designers on the sites. And they'll be on all day today and all day tomorrow. So if you need some last ideas for crafts or for the gifts, please watch. Hey, Debbie. Thank you for sprinkling. Oops, I forgot the tamp. See, I put too much on. That's okay. And I'm just trying to cover the area. This is a big stencil, one of the bigger ones. I tend to get a little crazy with the paste, and I kind of get it everywhere. So the brush for me kind of helps me manage the mess sometimes because I put too much paste on and then it gets kind of smudgy. I don't know if you've had that problem, but I find by using the brush, it kind of, and tapping it out and kind of thinning it out a little bit, for me, it helps me not to make a huge mess. Through trial and error, of course, I've learned. Sometimes more trial and error than learning, but I do learn. I do remember every now and then. And I love this stencil too. I got it for some special friends, adopted grandbabies, to put presents in a big bag. And like I said, I put cardboard in between so it wouldn't bleed through because I didn't want it to bleed through. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Thank you for joining. And I'm just tamping it down, offloading the brush, and then just putting it in here so I don't put too much paste on it. When I use this on the fabric, I tend to put too much paste. I get a little carried away. So the brush actually helps me control it. I will use the scraper or spatula on projects. Just fabric, I just have to be careful on because I personally go a little crazy on the ink. This is ink. And I'm actually going to use the ink on a project here in a second. Let's see. See, I did it again. Forgot to tap it off. Too much. And the good thing about this is before you heat set it, if you don't do it right, it washes out. If you don't heat set it and get it off there right away. And I did it again. Hello. For me, it takes a lot of practice on these because I forget that the ink's a little thinner than the paste. But I like it. They make pretty little design. It's going to make a beautiful bag when I'm done here. I have 2 of them. I'm only going to do one right now. I have some other projects to do. I have the tray that I was working on last time. I wouldn't dry because it was so humid in eastern North Carolina. It was raining that day. It's finally dry. I'm going to try to do that and finish that one up today. And then I got a snowman I'm going to try to work on today if we have time. You guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just swirling it. I'm just offloading. I'm swirling it just like I was if I was doing an actual regular one. But this holds down at the edges, so it's easier for me. Thank you, guys. Just about did it again. So what I did was I put down the stencil and I still used the scraper to smooth it out because I didn't want it to be bumpy, and I make sure the fabric is smooth because it's been in the bag for over a year. And yeah, I forgot about it. But it's still good. Hello, good afternoon, Grace. I hope you guys are having good weather where you're at. It's a little chilly here. It's down to the 50s here, but not bad. It's not raining today yet. It may in a little bit, but it's not yet. And I actually used a stencil on the sleigh that I did, part like this part here, and I didn't clean it off quick enough, so it's kind of clumpy. And that's because I failed to follow the instructions. Imagine that. But it's okay. Sometimes the kids don't care what's outside the bag. They worry about what's in the bag. But I want it to be pretty. And I'm getting ink all over me, but that's okay too. Thank you guys for sharing, sprinkling, whatever we got to call it these days. And again, it takes 24 hours to dry. And after 24 hours, I'm going to take my iron with parchment paper between the iron and the design, and I'm going to set it to cotton, and I'm going to heat set it. And I'm going to heat set both sides, the outside and the inside towards this, just to get it to pull through the fabric. And once I can do that, it should be good to go for washing, if you want to wash it. I'm going to heat set this, so. Okay. You got ink all over me. You ready? California. I'm in eastern North Carolina. And I'm trying to pull it even so it doesn't stretch my stencil. Give me a second to grab down here. Cool. And I like it because it's personalized. I can write their name in there with some with a pen, with a metallic pen. Oh, it came out nice. You guys see that? Hang on, let me set this to the side so it doesn't get all icky. Turn it around. You guys can see. And then I'll put the name in here. I'll write it with a pen, with a fabric pen, and then once it dries in 24 hours, I will heat set it, and then it'll be ready to go for presents. Look at that! I'm almost ready for Christmas. One thing down. So I was working on this project last time, and the dang thing wouldn't dry. So I was having a very hard time, but now it's dry and everything's good. So I am going to try to stick the stencil on. It's called Treats for Santa. And I'm actually going to use the ink for this also. So what I'll do is I will, after it dries 24 hours, I will just seal it with a just a top coat of some sorts. I sell Fusion paint, Fusion mineral paint, so I have top coat, so I'll use that for my top coat. So you can use anything for a top coat. If I can get this open, that would be great. Appreciate you guys joining me on a Sunday afternoon. I didn't open the package on this. You guys see, I got red paint everywhere. The color of the paint is called Fork York Red. It's Fusion mineral paint. I'll grab me a towel so I can fuzz it up a little bit. Just because I don't want to stick and pull off the paint. And I did the same thing with the other one. Just wanted to get that on the bag straight. So just fuzz it up a little bit on the cloth so it doesn't stick 100%. So I'm just going to stick it in my tray. And then I'm just going to smooth it down. And I found if I take the time and smooth it down good, it's less likely to bleed for me. If I put too much goopy stuff in there, too much chalk, or put it too thin, or I don't get it sealed good, I make it less. And then the good thing is I can just wipe it off and redo it because it's reusable. It's temporary until you can set it. So I think one stencil I used 3 times at the beginning when I was starting to learn how to do all this because I didn't get it. I get it now. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and use the spatula because I'm okay with flat surfaces. And this is just the ink again. I'm going to use the same thing, just the gold ink because I just want a little bit of color and I don't want it to be dark, dark, dark. I just want it to be, you know, just gold. I like the gold. And I'm just spreading it on there. You guys can see what I'm doing here. today. Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday afternoon. My spatula's too big, so I'm just going to dim it out. Not a big deal. Hello, Amy from California. Look at the lookout. Have you guys finished up your Christmas shopping yet? Haven't started. I'm bad. I tried to get started early. Then I forget Christmas, what day Christmas comes, obviously, because I forget to do it. I don't like the last minute shop, but it seems like every year, that's what I do. Just going to turn around so I can get a hold of it here. It's time to see. Get the corner. Okay. Boop. I'll pull all the way down. I'll lift it evenly. See? I can do it with the flat surfaces. I have a hard time doing it with the fabric, but that's okay because the little brush helps me not get too much down on the fabric. So you guys see that? So in 24 hours after it dries, I am going to seal it with just Tough Coat from Fusion, just to give it a permanent, coat on there so I don't lose this. So if I spill something on it and wipe it off, it could take off the stencil, the design, because it's just temporary. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to grab one more project I'm going to work on. Hello, Patsy. So project 2. Finished two projects. Look at that, 2. Okay. Let's set that to the side. And the reason why is because last time I was working on that one and it would not dry for me. Because it was raining here in eastern North Carolina. And I'm not sure if you guys know humidity, but on my word, it does a number on my projects because because it does not dry. My paint won't dry. It needs to okay with that. So I'm gonna set that out of the way. I'm actually gonna paint this snowman. I cut this out with my CNC. It's just a little snowman. I thought I had another one, the snowman one, but I have one that I'm just gonna put some. I'm gonna paint it first, and then I'm gonna put some snowflakes on it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So, grab my paint. This is just what color is this? This is Chateau from Fusion Mineral Paint. I'm just gonna paint it up, and then I'm gonna put some blue ice chalk paste on the bottom here for my snowflakes. So I'm just gonna paint him up. I'm gonna paint him. And then once I paint it here, they paint the black on the hat, I will tape it off, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. And I'm actually going to put, not today, but I'm going to put a decoupage for his little scarf, just because it's cute. I'm just going to paint this real quick. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have good ideas sometimes. They don't always look so nice, but I think today's look beautiful. Sometimes they're always a work in progress. For his eyes, for my snowman's eyes and nose, I'm going to do some resin. I got some resin and I got some black Fusion not chalk paste, but milk paint. I'm going to try to make his nose and eyes look like sparkling coal. That's challenging. So I am just going to paint my little guy. Painting Chateau from Fusion Mineral Paint. Just to get him up here. Get some color on him. And I'm using like I think I'm just doing some primed, that's the word I'm looking for. Pre-primed boards from Lowe's. Frank had in there, and I just cut them with my CNC. So I just programmed a design in it with my computer, and I just cut it. I have 3 of them, but I'm working on 2 today, and I'll work on the 3rd one some other day. But right now, I am just going to paint him white. Then I'm going to put some designs on the bottom of him here. But it's not raining today, so the paint's going to dry. Thank you. Hello. Thank you guys for sharing. Glad you guys can join me today. Thanks for sprinkling. And please don't forget to go into the description on this page here and get the form for the $25 gift certificate they're going to draw. Kind of excited. No, one of my guys are going to get it one of these days. It's kind of cool. Thank you so much for sharing, sprinkling. The snowman cutout, I have a CNC and I programmed it in and I cut it out. I'll show you the back of the other one. It's a little scary. I goofed on it, but this one I didn't goof on. I've decided I'm going to use my resin and make his eyes and nose and stuff. So. Yeah, just like the ones I did last month, I cut them out myself. I think Frank actually helped me cut one of them out last month, but I cut these myself. So the CNC is just like a big router. I don't know if you guys heard of them. It's kind of like the laser thing, but it's a router instead of a laser, and it cuts thicker stuff. And I wanted a router, but the company informed me that what I want to do is too much for what they have that on there on the CNC, because I have a Next Wave Shark. What is it called? 2010. So what I'll do is I'll take a design and go to my computer program and program it in the cut paths. And with the cut paths, I can cut it as thick as as thick. I'm going to say 1.5 inches is probably the thickest I can get. Thank you so much, Patty. I appreciate it. And it'll cut the design if I cut it right. I have a Grinch hand. It turned out kind of funky, but I'll get there. I'm learning. So, and you guys I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of wispy in there, and that's okay, because I'm going to add some texture to it. So, it's my snowman. I'm going to put some tape on him to put his hat on, so I can get a clean line. I can get the tape out. I have a half hour still. Hello, Grace. To Grace. So I'm just going to put this down because I can't do clean lines without some kind of guide. I don't know about y'all. If y'all can, okay, but I can't. So this I'll get my clean lines. And his hat is not quite straight, so I am going to do that. The bottom part. Okay, here's my clean line. I'm going to paint his hat black, and I'm using coal black for that. So, just going to paint the top black. And again, I did these projects last year. I cut them out last year, and then I got lazy and got busy. Not lazy so much, but I got busy and didn't finish them. I just did the cutout. So this year, when I was cleaning up, I was like, oh, projects. So, yeah, I have projects I can work on. I have a bunch of cutouts. And just like the laser, I don't know if you have lasers or not, but with the laser, you just take the program or the picture and you program it in and you set up a cut path. Same idea. If you have a Cricut, it's the same idea, just a different software. and I like mixed media. I don't know if you guys have known that yet or not, but I like to do mixed media. So when I get him done and dry for his scarf right here, I'm going to do a decoupage just to get a little bit of, and I may actually take texturizing. Um, it's called pearl embossing paste that Fusion makes, and I can take the lines in the stencil I'm gonna do, and I can make it raise. I'm not tried it with these stencils particular because I'm afraid it'll get stuck and I'll ruin my stencils. I have not tried that. I need to do that. I need to try it because I do like mixed media and I do like raised stencils a lot. I just am paranoid to use it with the stencil, so I'll do put the stencil down and then I'll take my brush and then I'll put it around it. I'm paranoid to ruin my pieces. And wait right there, it's not working. Shoot, we might even have time to play with that today a little bit. Get this off here. Okay, so here is the base for my snowman. So all I used was Chateau and Coal Black from Fusion Mineral Paint for the bottom. And what I'll put into the eyes, into the resin, I have Milk Paint by Fusion. I have Little Black Dress, and it's black. So I'll put that inside of some resin and mix it up. It's powder. I'll mix it up and finish out my project. And I just touched it. I have black on my hand. You guys can see the black hand print all over it. I'm gonna wipe that off. Okay, here we go. So, 2 projects. This is still wet, so I won't be able to put stencils on it, but I have one that's dry. So let me grab that. So this is a new thing. I just opened this. Get it on my hands. So what I'm going to do, it's called blue ice is what it's called. And I just want a little bit on his belly. So then once this dry, I may take my embossing paste and put a little in the design to give a little more texture. So I don't think I'm going to have time to do that before the end of this. I'm trying to be very careful not to, thank you. I'm trying to be very careful and stay in the lines because I don't want this blue everywhere. It's beautiful. My puppy, please don't lick the paint. Bubba, Bubba, don't lick the paint. I think it'll hurt you. My dog likes to lick paint. I think he thinks I'm working on snacks. So when I'm done here, I'll take all these, the 4, a handful of stencils and take them into the kitchen and wash them down with, I use Dawn soap on them and warm water to get the paint out of them. And sometimes I'll use scrubby soap on it. But I ran out. So. Oops, that's okay. You see how pretty it is? Cool, that's beautiful on the screen there. That's nice. I'm trying to go slow so I don't make a mess because I have to stay in the lines. The other ones, there's enough extra around the edges that I don't have to worry. Bubba, it's not snack time. He thinks it's snack time. Not snack time, not yet. Yeah, he's nudging my arm and my knee. Bubba, he's over here on this side. I don't know if you guys can see. Yep, there he is. So you see him right there, beside the. He says it's snack time, Mama. That's what he's saying. Big boy's gonna keep it up, and he's gonna be going to die, and he's going on snacks. Just saying. Last time I was on a Zoom call with some friends, and he wanted to laugh. I can't do that today. But Bubba, what? There we go. Look at that. Pretty. Oop. I get it down good. See, make sure they're down good because if they come up, they'll smudge and smear. We don't want that. I failed to get it down wrong. Yeah. Yep. Bubba likes some snacks. He wants me to hold him is what he wants. Time for me to quit work and go sit on the couch and hold him. I work from home too during the week. They know when it gets 3:30, they know it's time for Mama to go sit down and stop working. They will bug me to go rest if I'm still in here after a certain time. They will bug me during the week, so maybe that's what he's doing. It is 3:30. It's 3:40. So he's saying quit working. That's what he's saying. Oops, that's okay. I got a little bit off the edge there. Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to go slow and not make a mess. Bubba. Thank you. I think I used the snowflakes on the snow globe last time. So and they turned out good on that. So I was like, I thought I had to let it snow, but I don't think so. If I do, I don't know where it's at. And I still might write it on there with my pen, but we'll see. I kind of like this idea. I really liking the idea about the 3D stencil. I'm not gonna do the stencil, but I am gonna do some 3D texturizing in a second. I have a few minutes still. So I might play with that a little bit. Of course, it's not gonna dry today. The 3D texturizing, it takes a couple hours. So you guys can see the finished product a little bit. Maybe tomorrow. It may take me a little while to get it all done. But I finished 2 projects. I am pretty proud of myself. I just gotta say, hello, Brenda. Yandy. I'm sorry, I couldn't read your name. Look at that. Beautiful. So let me get my texturizing stuff real quick, and we'll play with that for a minute. So don't fall. Yep. So what I'm going to do is just create a texture inside of these. And I just got, it's Fusion Smooth Embossing Paste, and it's pearl, so it's kind of clear. So what I'll do when it's done is I will take some kind of, I want probably do silver metallic over top of it, and just give a little bit of texture, of dimension to it. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my little brush here. And I'm just going to put a little in the middle of these designs, just to give a little bit of texture. So when I put the silver over top of it, it'll have something to hold on to. I'm going to create dimension on it. The scarf, I have decoupage, a recycled decoupage. I have. Oof. I have it. It's called Buffalo Plaid. I don't see it. It's Buffalo Plaid. It's like the black, gray. I laid it some. I don't know where I laid it. But it's Buffalo Plaid. I'm just going to stick here. And just to give a little bit of color. I want to keep the black and white, but I also have a red. I may do a red. I'm not sure. But I was thinking the Buffalo Plaid's what I had in my plan. So maybe I'll try 2 different ones. So just going to fill in this with just to give a little bit of texture. You see what I'm doing there? Hmm? Red buffalo. I don't have any red buffalo plaid. I only have the black buffalo plaid. But I do have, it's called the mask, I think, and it's kind of like the French, little French background I might put on there. I think that would be cute too. I thought red buffalo plaid too, and I might actually have a stencil of buffalo plaid. So, and I'm just creating texture in these, so when it dries, I can put a little silver, and it'll be a raised effect on it. You guys do stuff like this? I like the texture. Have you guys ever used textured paste with Magnolia Design stencil? I'm afraid it's too thick for it. That's why I've not used it. And I'm just going to put it on like this because I'm afraid I'll ruin my stencils. I love using raised stencils though. I love the effect. I created a mermaid a few weeks ago with the texturizing, and I used the raised texture on her with this for her fins or for her scales, and it allowed me to put different colors with the scales. It was beautiful. She turned out right nice. Trying not to cover up the design because I want the design to come through. You guys are quiet. So hang around afterwards to see the next creator. And I'm so sorry. It's in the description. I wrote it down, but I misplaced my paper. Do you guys know who's next? You can write it in there. Again, Starts with a Y, I think. Are y'all listening? Maybe. Ah, Yandy's workshop. Oh, yay! There you go. Thank you. You need to go and watch Yandy's workshop with after me. She's gonna have a beautiful project. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yandy. I knew it started with a Y. And I wrote it in the description. I'm just terrible. I lost the sheet. I have it because I wrote it down when I put it in the description, and I have no clue what to do with this sheet. It is not laying near me. And she's up right at 4:00. So you can either go to I'll share it, but you guys can go to thank you for the grace. I appreciate it. I hate forgetting. I always forget everything though. Gosh. One of these days. That's why I write it down. I lose the sheet of paper. Okay. All right, well, this will dry, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing with it after I put my silver, because I'm going to put silver accents in it so you can see it. It's going to be a raised stencil effect. And what I'm doing is just spreading it in there a little bit just to give it a raised. I like the 3D effect. So I'm just taking it and kind of splatting it down, give it a little, looks like a, if you can see it or not, but it looks like I am patting it down and just picking it straight back up so it leaves a little splat mark. It'll make it nice when you can see it when I get the gray in it, or the silver. I'm gonna put silver on it. So when I'm done here at 4, I'll share Yandy's page so you guys can watch her. And they're going to be on here until like 9 o'clock tonight. So sounds like it's raining. Look, it's raining. Is it raining? No? Not rain?
Not yet.
Not yet. Uh-oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching and sharing. Don't forget to fill out the form for the giveaway this afternoon for the $25 gift certificate. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. And you guys have a wonderful day. I will post these online so you guys can see the finished project. It's not going to be, this one's not going to be finished for a minute because I have to wait for the raised stencil to dry to go ahead and put in the gray. So it'll be gray, and then I'll have my little eyes and stuff up here, and I'll have the little scarf finished. Be sure to go over to Yandy's page or to She's Crafty and see her. And we will hope to see you guys next time. Thank you. Have a great day.